Hey guys, and welcome back for another Patreon Q&A. This time it's the March edition. That is generally how months tend to go. You get January, then you get February, then you get March. This particular March is quite special though, because at the time I'm uploading this, tomorrow should be the 10-year anniversary of HellfireComms. Yes, we started, or at least the channel was opened in March 26th of 2008, and a lot has happened since then. So as such, I decided to take a few questions. I requested the particular questions this time from patrons and whatnot on just like HFC in general. There's the usual random ones as well, which I do enjoy answering, but I wanted a few particular ones just to celebrate the special occasion. So let's get right on into it. First question is from Loki Rex. After these 10 years, what would you want to change or do over about HFC the most? Well, for starters, I'd never go on that 9-month hiatus. I was a very irresponsible content creator at the time. I've become more so with, you know, constant failures and experience shaping me into the hideous form you see today. I had to go through a lot of retakes to reach this point, but I would just be more responsible, more focused back in the day. Before depression kicked my arse and I had to do this for a living because I couldn't hold down a regular IRL thing. Couldn't go outside without screaming in terror or having a fit or anything like that, not to make it too heavy. But yeah, I would be more responsible. I think I'd work on interpersonal relationships with the people from FTCR or Brain Scratch more, or just reach out to other people in general to like collab. But as a whole, I'm fairly happy with what we have now. I don't really have that many regrets apart from the stuff I've already mentioned, so yeah, I would just mostly be more responsible and take it more seriously, but also learn to have fun with it as well, because I think roughly around like the first third to half of HFC I definitely was taking it too seriously. So you know, you live and you learn. So thank you, Loki Rex, for your question. Next question is from Dimitri Weiser. If you could have all of the benefits without any of the bad side, minus emotion issues of the following, which would you pick? Saiyan, Freezer's Race, Boo/Margin, the DC Lanterns, Mutant, Non-Human, Magical Girl/Boy, hey, I ain't judging either way, or Demigod? Huh. That's an interesting question. I'm not really sure I have the answer to that, but I guess I'd go with Saiyan, because fuck yes, Super Saiyan at a whim. Although someone close to me would probably have to die for me to be able to trigger that, so you know what, THD, you're not part of the group anymore. You can take the L on that one, I think. But yeah, I'd go with Saiyan. What nerd hasn't wanted to go Super Saiyan in their life? You showed me someone rather who doesn't, and I would show you a liar. Thank you, Dimitri, for your question. Next one's from CruelTwelve. Out of the 10 years of HFC, what is your greatest triumph and biggest mistake you have learned from, and what do you plan to do in the next 10 years? I think I've already sort of answered this question, at least partially, when I answered the one from Loki Rex, but greatest triumph, A, the Nintendo phone, B, the very first Disney phone, because after having to be an e-beggar for like a couple of years to help keep a roof over me and my mum's head, I wanted to give back a little bit. I wanted to shift the karma scales in the other direction, so I figured doing charity marathons to help other people instead of just myself would be you know, a good thing in that regard. And as for the Disney font, it was just something I always wanted to do. Like, we had the proto font at first, which was like 9 or 10 commentaries from a failed marathon that was never completed. So to be able to do like 21 or 22 movie comms over the span of an entire month, that's when they went up. I didn't record all of those in a single month, that'd be crazy. It was pretty nuts. So yeah, that's my greatest triumph. Biggest mistake, again, the hiatus, falling out with people. What do I plan to do for the next 10 years? Well, as long as I can hack it, continue to do HFC, focus on like crowdfunding like Patreon, merch sales, and whatnot. And I don't know, just try and get better, try and secure myself a future, because you know, NMOM64 is not always going to be there, and I would like to stand on my own 2 feet one day. So yeah, just keep on moving forward, don't look back, and just keep working hard. Thank you, Cruel, for your question. Next question is from RonaldD Rankin. What is some of your favourite video game official soundtracks? OSTs for short. Ooh, I've got a bunch of them. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the original Xenoblade, Chronicles, Pokemon Gold, Silver and Crystal, the Mario Galaxy soundtrack, definitely. There's tons of them. I almost exclusively listen to video game music nowadays, and I know that's a stereotype, but hey, good music is good music. It doesn't matter if it comes from a movie, a video game. I very nearly said a book there before I realised how stupid that sounded. TV shows and whatnot. So, yeah, there's a few of my favourite picks. Oh, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, definitely. I did say that was an underrated soundtrack, I believe, in a previous Q&A video, so give those a shot. And, let your brain melt into musically goodness. That doesn't make a lick of sense grammatically. Thank you, Ronald, for your question. Next up, we have a question from Rose. If you've already finished a playthrough of a game, would you consider going back to it for an expansion if it catches your attention enough? Or maybe do a playthrough of just an expansion if it's disconnected enough from the main story and can stand on its own? First of all, thank you, Rose, for your question. Yeah, I would definitely go back and, like, do some extended content for a playthrough that's already finished. Like, I was more than ready before the previous Nintendo Direct, the one where they announced Smash for Switch, to go back to Odyssey if they announced like New Kingdom DLC and whatnot, because if it's a game I really enjoy, and especially with Odyssey, like, I was excited to record it. Like, I wasn't just like ready to get down and record content for the channel, I was ready to play the game. Then I would definitely go back, like in the case of Odyssey or any other game, and just record more. And if it was like a standalone expansion, definitely, yeah, for sure. Thank you, Rose, for your question. Next up, we have a question from Blue Marshmallow. Are you a sweet or spicy type of person? Take it however you want. Well, in the case of savoury versus sweet, I prefer savoury, but if we're talking personality-wise, I can be a very spicy sort of person. Like, I'm calm at the best of times, but I can flare up within like a nanosecond. I have a very fiery temper, shall we say. That's people like FTA and you know, Helldragon and Richie definitely have seen the worst side of. But I can be sweet when I want to, but I'm not going to bullshit you and say I'm a good person 99.9% of the time. Much like the 12th Doctor, I am a man just trying to be good, rather than a good man trying not to be bad. Thank you, Blue, for your question. The ultimate question comes from Robert Hollander. What has it been like speaking more directly with the HFC community over the past few years via Ask.fm, Discord, the Twitch chat and other venues? Do you feel the feedback has impacted the work of you and the others before Patreon came into play? Thank you, Rob, for your question. I would say the only way it's impacted it has been I felt more comfortable reaching out, like starting the Patreon, feeling out what people want to see from the group, especially with like the Patreon polls and whatnot. But before Patreon, there was a little bit of nervousness in like interacting so directly with people, because I wasn't really on Discord that much to begin with, and now I'm on it all the time, chatting with people. So it's just nice to have some immediate feedback with the people who support you. You know, if there's a problem, they can tell you directly, you can answer directly. So yeah, it's been a positive thing for the most part. I don't really have many horror stories to tell you from like Discord or... And in regards to whether it's impacted the work of us, apart from a few references to like Discord and whatnot in the commentaries, not really. I feel like I'm on point a lot more now because I have like bosses, people to answer to, which is great. So definitely for a person like me, you need to keep some level of authority over you so you're not getting too big for your britches, you know? So yeah, it's been a positive thing overall. Thank you, Rob, for your question. And finally, we have a question from Joe Shanks. After 10 years of comms and whatnot, if you had to select a top 3 of your favourite playthroughs, whether that be because of commentary, gameplay, bants, etc., what would they be? Have a chill night, dude. Hope editing and stuff has gone well for you today. I'm actually recording the start of the Bayonetta playthrough today with Rishi. The first part of that goes live tomorrow, complete with the new HFC rebranding, new logo, new thumbnail style, etc. But you'll see that when you see it. I'll give you top 5 actually. I'll give you a bit more bang for your buck. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Kingdom Hearts 2, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, The Simpsons Hit and Run, and I'm gonna say Super Mario Odyssey. yeah, I think those 5 represent HFC the best. And you've got Helldragon in there, you've got the Sonic crew, you've got Richie, you've got Flame, you've got Volk. Obviously Mexie's in there in Harry Potter. I don't know if I said his name, but he's been a massive help with Zelda and whatnot, and that side of the group is appreciated. So yeah, those are my picks to represent HFC as a whole. But I have been, you know, representing HFC by counting down on Twitter, and I think I might just flash that up now because it should be the last day when this goes up. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 25 picks help represent HFC overall for me, so check any of those out and you'll get like a little inkling into what we're all about. Thank you guys for your questions. I'm kind of out of stuff to say now, and I should probably get around to editing this before I record with Richie. Don't want to keep him waiting again, because I've already had to postpone commentary once or twice because I was so tired. So yeah, I'll see you guys for the April Q&A. I hope you enjoyed the DB Fighters Patreon community stream that's happening on March 31st. Patrons go first. Anyone is welcome. Just make sure you have PS Plus because we are playing the PS4 version. Here's the people who are currently pledged to the Patreon. Thank you guys so much for your contributions, your support. It really does help. Merch store opening tomorrow, so if you fancy 10-year-old memes on a shirt or just anything of that ilk, feel free to get those. They also help supporters. Obviously Kato, who designs them, gets a big cut, so you'll be supporting him as well as HFC should you buy from there. And we have a line of charity stuff coming up for the HFC Segathon on July 16th. The revenue of those will be pulled together and donated directly to Child's Play. So you can support the group by buying the regular merch, or you can buy the charity themed stuff and help out, even if you can't donate directly to the marathon itself. Right, I've showed enough, so thank you guys once again, and I shall see you in April for another Q&A video. Bye bye.